And let's talk about the Green New Deal. You know, this is a serious issue right now. It used to be a piece of legislation that most Republicans in the country laughed at and thought was some sort of high school project turned in as a House resolution, but it's actually something that America needs to take serious because it's written in the infrastructure bill and it's written in the $3.5 trillion budget. So the Green New Deal is rapidly becoming a very real reality. So we'll go ahead and address what these policies are that are so shocking to me. And if the American people actually knew what these policies are, these globalist America Last policies are, I believe they would be ringing every single phone up here, probably demanding that Congress go home because America is only safe when Congress is out of session. But unfortunately, Congress is in session, so let's tell the truth about what's happening. You see, you can go ahead and put number 1 up. So today, talking about the Green New Deal and the all-out war on the men and women who built this country, which is definitely happening every single day here in Congress, Democrats want to turn the lights out on America.
Campaign finance records have revealed that the endeavors of both Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz are sinking like a ship. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jackson White, co-founder and chief of content at Politiscope, and thank you for once again tuning in to TYT today. Now, what's most interesting about this story, and we'll dive into the numbers in a moment, but what's most interesting about this is how it's further evidence that success and popularity don't always align parallel. Now, it's true that Marjorie Taylor Greene continues to raise most of her funding from small dollar donations, that's $200 or less, and it's true that Matt Gaetz and again, Marjorie Taylor Greene are extremely popular online. However, keep in mind, Marjorie Taylor Greene was eliminated from the committees just on her second week of being in office. She really has no real legitimate role within Congress other than stirring up the base, other than keeping people riled up around, you know, things like racism, things like owning the libs. That's really what it's mostly about, just owning the libs in whatever way possible. And obviously Matt Gaetz, facing the sexual charges that he is, has obviously made donors back away like crazy. And for Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know, we just saw her on the floor of Congress using Scooby-Doo memes, you know, again. So these people rile up the base like crazy, but a certain portion of the base. And again, at the end of the day, corporate money in politics aims for things like tax cuts, deregulation, you know, so that there's less competition within the marketplace. So, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz just really aren't attractive to that. According to campaign finance records, the Put America First PAC raised $360,000 in its first 2 months of existence. But now they only have $13,000 in cash. They spent $159,000 from July 1st to September 30th just to raise $57,000. During Greene's stay in Congress, she's raised a total of $8.8 million. This has largely been spent on chasing donors, paying off operatives and professional fundraising consultants and vendors that she hires. In the first 3 months of the year, the campaign spent 43% of what it raised. The next 3 months, 59%, and the last 3 months, 70%. They spent a total of $1.5 million just to raise $1 million. Marjorie Taylor Greene's campaign still appeals mostly to small dollar donors who give $200 or less at a time. Now when it comes to Matt Gaetz, they spent $500,000 more than they raised in the second quarter. They spent a total of $627,000 only to raise $527,000. And this really should come as no surprise, but the campaign spent nearly $30,000 on hotels and resorts in only 3 months, showing you further evidence that their real priorities lie in branding and fame and clout. As campaign fundraising continues to plummet for both Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz, we can't take our eyes off the ball because they still remain the leading cultural figures in the war against the libs, reality, science, and everything else that makes any load of sense.